We have some pretty nice packages to unbox today. I haven't done an unboxing video in a while, and today they will be all graded comics and all from the Silver Age. Stay tuned to find out what they are and find out how much I paid. Welcome guys to another episode of Comics with Bonix. I haven't bought anything for my own personal collection in a long time, and I think this will be something that I add to my collection. However, I am a little nervous because the package is just this styrofoam padding and it doesn't look like it's much else. I can feel the slab inside, so if this were to drop, it'd probably damage it. Luckily, it doesn't look like there's anything too bad, but we're gonna find out if everything arrived okay. So everything was unboxed and it looks like luckily the books came without any damage. So let's go ahead and show what books we got in the mail. The first one is Amazing Spider-Man number 13. This is the first appearance of Mysterio, and this is in a pretty nice grade. It's a 4.0 with a custom Spider-Man label, and it has off-white to white pages. And overall, the colors look very nice on it. Pretty vibrant colors, dark reds, and not too much issues going on in the front. There is some color breaking creases, but that's pretty normal for a 4.0, so a pretty nice grade. And there's the back cover. So a pretty nice first appearance of one of the members of the Sinister Six, Mysterio. Nice to have this back in the collection. I've had a couple copies in the past, and this has been the highest so far. I've only had like 2.5s and 3.0s, 3.5s, but not yet got a 4.0 in the collection. So this is likely gonna stay with me for quite a while. So a pretty nice book there. And the next book is a really nice copy, Amazing Spider-Man number 9, and this is in a 7.0 with off-white pages. This one is a stunning copy with a great looking spine, nice sharp corners. I have to look this over carefully to see where the issues are. I think from reading on the greatest notes, this one had some tanning on the inside. But from the front cover, it looks like it can be an 8.0. So the tanning might have brought the condition down to a 7.0. But otherwise, I'm super happy with this copy. Very, very nice grade. I was able to pick these up off of Facebook. So I was a little worried that there might be some shenanigans. But I got a really good price on both of these books. Both of these books, I got them both for $2,100 shipped, and that was through PayPal Goods and Services. So I'm super happy that these came undamaged. Very, very nice copies of these books. And I think with that price, I think I got a great deal on them. I was nervous at first because the price felt like it was too good to be true, especially for Amazing Spider-Man keys that you don't see for sale very often at a good deal. So especially for something that's a higher grade like the 7.0, but great looking copies of these two books. And packaging was a little questionable, but it came through okay, so I'm glad everything went well. So here's the next package. We're gonna go ahead and get into this next one. So this is a very nice book. You guys know I am a big fan of X-Men, and especially in the Silver Age, first 10 issues, I absolutely love those books with Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. So this is a book that I've always had in a low grade, but it's nice to have a mid-grade copy, especially already graded. This is X-Men number 7 and the second appearance of the Blob. This is overall not a very expensive book, but I've always found a lot of lower grade and very beat up, rough copies. But this is a very, very nice copy, and it's a pretty cool story how I was able to acquire this. Recently, I joined a Facebook group, and the Facebook group is called Comic Book Poker, and the goal of the group is to get a bunch of comic book collectors together. We all downloaded a poker app and we all play for a comic book as first, sometimes second prize. This is actually a second place prize, and the first place prize was actually a very, very nice book. It was a Daredevil #1 in a 2.0. And so what we do is typically, they usually have a game, a tournament every single day, and the buy-ins can range from like $10 all the way up to sometimes $100 per person. And this one happened to be about $75 to buy into the tournament. I got second place, so this was the second place prize. The first place prize, he got the Daredevil #1 in a 2.0. So it's kind of a bummer that I lost to him heads up, but this is a very, very nice consolation prize as second place. I think the total amount of players that specific tournament that day was about 30 players. So pretty cool. If you guys are interested, you guys can message me on Instagram if you guys would be interested in me connecting you to the host of this comic book group. But it's pretty cool. This was the second place prize. And just to kind of show you guys that sometimes I can win a pretty nice book as a first place prize. This was last week's first place prize. And this buy-in amount was $30 and I won first place. It is a Wolverine #1 in a 9.8. So super nice prizes, especially if you can win first or second. The payouts on the prizes are super nice. Pretty valuable books too. I think this one goes for like $650 for a $30 investment. And this one is about, I would say, anywhere from $300 to $400. So pretty nice books there from the comic book poker group. So pretty awesome. I know there are other collectors out there of comic books that also have a hobby of playing poker. And this is online poker, so a little bit different than in person. But pretty nice pickup for those playing poker. This is a group of 3 graded books, and I'm pretty excited for this one. So let's go ahead and get into it. So we were able to get the books out of the packaging, and I am very, very excited for these books. And these are 3 pretty valuable books, and they range from Silver Age, and we got 1 Bronze Age. So the first one's the Bronze Age book, and this one I've had a copy of this exact grade in the past, and I sold it for pretty cheap. So I'm excited to have this one back in the collection. This is the first appearance of Wolverine in cameo. It's Incredible Hulk 180, and this is in a 7.5 with off-white to white pages. And overall, it looks very, very nice. I think the major issue is the bottom corner there. I think there's some color breaking creases. Hard to see, but there's some color breaking creases in that corner. Sorry, I have my lighting in a different area today, and I don't like it as much as it's on the right. On the right of me right now. Right now it's on the left of me to your right, but I don't like the lighting on that side, so I think I'm gonna move it back for the next video. Anyways, I like overall the presentation of this. I think with these Bronze Age books, you can see the title bar right there that says Marvel Comics Group. This one usually can show that the cut or the wrap is not perfect, so it does go into a slight angle, but it's not too bad. You can still see the Comics Code Authority stamp in its full entirety, which the other books I had in the past of this copy, it didn't have that. It had it cut off, so I couldn't see the whole thing. But this one is pretty nice, 7.5, and there's the back cover, so pretty nice. So I think I'm gonna keep this copy because I do have a Hulk 181 in a 7.5, so both will present really, really nicely with each other with the same exact grade. So that's the first one, pretty nice book there. And this next book is very fitting because earlier you guys saw that I unboxed 2 books, and they were both part of the Sinister Six in Mysterio and Electro. And this is actually the first team appearance of the Sinister Six. It is Amazing Spider-Man Annual Issue #1. And this is in a nice mid-grade 5.0. And this one is a very, very nice copy. It looks to be a pretty nice presenting 5.0 with the cover being fairly white. There's a little tiny bit of tanning, but overall it's the nicest copy I've ever had. I've had these in really low grades, like 2.0, 3.0, and this is a nice upgrade in a 5.0. I already sold my 3.0 because I had some writing on it, but this one presents pretty nice. It just has some color breaking creases, but no big deal. The spine looks pretty nice. Very, very nice square spine with these square bound copies. They tend to kind of like get crushed a little bit, but this one presents very nicely. And there is some color breaking creases on the right here, right on that side, but overall very, very nice book. One of the big keys for Amazing Spider-Man in the Silver Age, the first Sinister Six. And this last book, I know I've been trying really hard to find a very nice presenting copy of this book, and I think I found a keeper. And this is Amazing Spider-Man number 28, the first appearance of Molten Man, and this is in a high grade 7.5. And this has always been a very, very hard book to track down in higher grade just because of how dark the cover is. You can see pretty much every defect on this book. When it is mid-grade or low grade, you can see plenty of them. But 7.5 is a very, very nice grade for this book. You can see a little bit of color lift. It's not a tear. It looks more of like it's not even a chip. It's just a little bit of like color lift because it's not even torn. It's just the black was removed there for some reason. Maybe a tiny tape pull. That's what that looks like to me. But overall, the corners look very, very nice. There's not even any big color breaking creases throughout the book. Sometimes you see this book with just huge creases all over the place. The spine overall looks really, really nice on this book here. So very, very happy with this in a 7.5. Molten Man, not a huge character, but this is a very nice Steve Ditko key, and having it in a 7.5, I am very ecstatic to have this, and I'm gonna be keeping it for the personal collection. So for those 3 books, I paid a total of $2,000 shipped for all 3. And that included the Amazing Spider-Man 28 in a 7.5 and first Sinister 6 in a 5.0 and Hulk 180 in a 7.5. All 3 of these I got for $2,000 shipped, which I feel is a pretty good deal. Definitely something even better when you're able to pick up them for your personal collection. And we got one last box that we're going to open now. So let's go ahead and see what is in this box. So we were able to get the books out of the box and was able to get all the bubble wrap off. And I did a quick inspection and it looks like everything arrived safely. So that's great news. And this is actually another package that came from the same seller on Facebook. It was all part of a post on a Facebook group. The first package, let's just say it wasn't the best packaging. It was in a very thin bubble mailer and there was no box. It definitely rattled around in that bubble mailer. So this is definitely an improvement from the first package. So let's go ahead and show what books we got in this package. The first one is Iron Fist number 14, the first appearance of Sabretooth. This is in pretty high grade, 9.2 with white pages. And this one looks to be a very, very nice copy. I used to have an 8.5 and it was pretty rough on the spine, but this one looks absolutely gorgeous. And the centering and the wrap on this is almost perfect. So very, very happy with this copy. Sometimes you see the white from the back cover show on the side of the spine here. And also sometimes you can see the Comic Code Authority stamp get cut off. So this is definitely a very nicely centered copy for a 9.2. Very, very happy with this one here. One of the nice Bronze Age keys, and happy to have this back in my collection. So that's the first book. There's 3 total books in this package. And the next one, Silver Surfer number 3, the first appearance of Mephisto, and this is in a nice high grade 7.5 with off-white to white pages. Similar to the one previous copy I got, it's very, very nice colors, and the spine is a little bit rough. It's not perfectly squared, so you can see the text on the spine. Typically, if it's a perfectly squared spine, you don't see any text when you look from the front, but you can see a little bit of the text on the front here, which isn't a bad thing. It's just that means the spine is not perfectly square. There is slight rough reading crease and very, very tiny splitting, which is pretty common on this book here. Overall, very, very happy with this copy, and a nice upgrade to the current 6.5 copy that I have. So that's a nice one, first appearance of Mephisto. So this last book I have is the highest condition copy that I've ever had of this book. Super, super awesome book in Silver Surfer number 1 in a 7.5, and this one is very, very nice looking copy, and it comes with the custom Fantastic Four label, which looks pretty good on it. It's probably not my favorite custom label, but still pretty nice. Just taking a look at the book here, similar to the Silver Surfer 3, don't really see any major spine ticks. Most of the wear looks to be on the spine, and very, very nice black cover with not very many defects. So 7.5 is looks to present better than a 7.5 in my opinion. So still very, very happy with this copy. There's a look at the back cover, very nice back cover as well. So there you go, very, very nice three graded keys in Silver Surfer number 1 and Silver Surfer number 3 and Iron Fist number 14. So with these 3 books, I got it from the same seller on the Facebook comic book group, and I was able to get these 3 books for $1,700 shipped. And I always recommend, if you guys go through Facebook and you guys buy something from the Facebook groups or Facebook Marketplace, always recommend paying through PayPal Goods and Services, just in case they try to do any potential scams. At least you have some protection from PayPal. So I think $1,700 is a pretty good deal, but overall I got a pretty nice stack of comic books from this seller, and they all went through PayPal Goods and Services. They got delivered with not too much issues, and I'm pretty happy. If you can find a really good deal, just do your due diligence on Facebook. There's definitely a lot of potential scams on Facebook. Just make sure you ask a lot of questions and request a lot of pictures and pay through PayPal Goods and Services, and you should be able to protect yourself. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. And if you guys want to go ahead and put in the comments what you guys think of all of these graded keys and if I was able to get a good deal. And with that, I want to thank you for joining me here on Comics with Bonix. And as always, I want to encourage you to collect your passion. We'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.